Okay, hello everyone. I'm super excited to see you all here today. I've got something really excited to share, and trust me, it's going to blow your mind. First thing first, a quick intro about myself. My name is Parnia, Parnia. Keep that name in mind. You'll be hearing a lot about me in the AI future. My background is mix of engineering and art, and I have been with Apsy team since almost day one. Maybe you ask why Apsy? Because their innovative idea was just too cool to pass up. And now I am the senior creative director here, and I absolutely love it. I used to work for tech companies and also consulting company like AT&T and Jacob as a design lead. And now let's play a little guessing game. How long do you think it takes to create a full feature e-commerce app? Let me see what's your answer. You can type your answer if you want. 3 months. Do you have any idea? 6 to 90 days, 6 months. Hmm. Yeah, yeah, you are right. Okay. Uh, yes. But uh, you know, typically it's take a dedicated team about 5 to 6 months. I know, right? Crazy line. But today, I want to introduce you to something that's going to turn that on its head with Apsy. We save your time, we save your money, and all the headache of tech support and coding. It's like a magic, but better because it's real. Without further ado, let's dive into how we can build an e-commerce app without any coding using Apsy, all through a simple conversation in just a few minutes. Okay, let's get this show on the road. You can also ask your question in the chat, and our awesome AI engineer, Masa, is here to reply to your question. Or if you prefer, you can save your question for after the demo. So, like all the application and platform, you need to create your own profile. And now, based off the conversation, start and ask you what type application do you want? What's your idea? And you can talk with your Apsy platform. Uh, I want to build an application to help people to sell and purchase secondhand books. Now, Apsy try to analyze my description and see what kind of feature I need for my application, and then suggest me the screens that I need. Do you have any question? Okay, good. In this step, you can see all the screen that Apsy suggests to you, and also you can see the description of each screen. For example, what's the splash screen? What's the onboarding screen? Uh, about the authentication. And even, for example, if you don't want any of this screen, you can deselect that. And I want to save our time, so I skip introduction in here. Now, in next step, you are able to select a theme for your application. As a default, we suggest 4 different themes for you: simple, modern, mystery, and friendly. And when you click off each one, you can see it's applied to all your screens at the right side. Or even if you don't like the color plate of the themes that we already have in the Apsy, you are able to select your own color plate. So you can select any color that you like in here. As a default, in Apsy, we try to choose the best option for you, but you are able to select different options as well. For example, we suggest to have header and tab navigation for your application to better navigate. So I go ahead with the head and tab navigation. In the next step, it asks you about the which feature, which options do you want to have in tab navigation. The default of the e-commerce, the comment feature is here, but you are able to change that as well. Next step, we need to upload a logo or image for your app. You can do that manually and upload from your system. But if you don't have any logo, you even can able to generate through AI. So now I want to select from here. Now it asks me the name, so we can say slide 1. Okay. Now, in this step, you are able to configure all the screens and elements depend of your business idea. For example, we ask you how many roles do you want for your application. For example, just users able to buy from your app, or even they are able to sell their books or the other things. So I select both seller and buyer. Now it asks you about the commission. For example, when somebody purchase, you can have ask some commission about each purchase. I say 3%. I think 3 is good. So in here, they ask us what kind of category for books we have. I say like history. Romance, like cookbook, novel, science. Okay. Now it asks us about the subcategory and tag. You can deselect that, but I suggest we have both because for search and filter, it's very useful. For the splash screen, you can keep the logo of your application for a splash screen, or even you can upload a new image or generate with the AI. For onboarding, our default is 3 onboarding screen, uh, but you are able to delete or add more. And also, again, you can upload and generate through AI. For authentication, we have option to log in through social media as well. And also in here, they ask us, okay, after login, you want to navigate to which screen? So the default is product home, but you can change it. For the product home, we have several options. For example, the users can see the promotion. They can see uh, some some kind of suggestion for you, depend of what you buy before, the users buy before, and recent view or recent purchase. For example, I like to have add bottom to here because maybe it's better for users. We have wish lists like all the e-commerce app, and you can have a simple wish list or organized one. So I select the organized one. And for the profile, for the setting option, we have already the options and features that we need, and it's very easily to navigate. But if you want, you can add more option for your setting. For support, also we have two different options. And for example, if you want to chat directly with your customers, you can select phone and chat as well. But the chat elements will be added to your screens, and the price will be changed definitely. For the notification, they ask us what kind of notification do you want to receive. So, for example, I think I don't need to, for example, discount notification, or, for example, wish list. For seller policy, we generate policy for you, depend of your description that you provide. But if you want, you can change the policy and type the policy that you have for yourself. For the product details, we have a AR option as well, but I'm not suggested for the book, but it's very good for example, clothes, shoes, sunglasses, this kind of stuff. So I think it's not necessary for my business idea, and also I think video is not necessary as well. Okay, for payments, you need to have a Stripe account and then connect your bank account to the Stripe. Then the Stripe provide a publish key for you and a secret key. So now I copy paste to here. Definitely we need to have a rate and review. So I keep that. For the terms and condition is exactly like a seller policy. So we generate terms for you, but if you want, you can your own terms and condition and type that in here. For privacy policy, same thing. And then if you see all the configs done, and now you are able to publish your application here. So we have two options for you. You can pay immediately, or you can select 7 days free trial, and then you can install your application. That the link will be sent it through email for Apple Store, from Apple Store and Google Play, and you can install iOS and Android version of your application, and you have 7 days to work with your application. And if you need any addition, you can back to your dashboard, and then you can edit and republish your application. Yes, done. See, instead of 6 months, 4 months, 5 months, you can see we built an e-commerce application in less than 10 minutes. So do you have any question now from me?
It looks like we have a few questions in the chat.
Okay.
Daniel had a question regarding the generated logos being exported. In our next update, we will be able to download those, the logos, the Gen AI generated logos. For now, for our initial beta testers, we can email them to you if you contact us.
Yes, yes. Any other questions?
I'll read out the other questions and you can answer them, Parnia.
Yeah.
How many user categories can you create? Buyer, seller, guest, or is there an admin option?
We don't have any limitation at this point. So you can have maybe 100, 200. So we don't have any limitation now.
And we have Perry asking how long the free trial is.
7 days. But if you republish your application, you have 7 days more free trial.
And if it takes you less than 10 minutes to build your app, then 7 days is sufficient time to trial.
Yes, exactly. And also you have both iOS and Android version. So it's perfect, right? Instead of, for example, waste your time and your money for 6 to 7 months, you only need to spend 10 minutes with Apsy, build your e-commerce app, and have in iOS and Android. Any more questions? What do you think? I want to ask you, what do you think about Apsy? How is our idea?
Feel free to turn on your cameras. This is, we're all Apsians here. Feel free to turn on your cameras. We'd love to meet the community and ask Parnia any questions that you guys have.
Arif, you are mute if you have any question.
Where will the app be hosted?
Say again.
You're generating an app, right? So who takes care of getting the permission to be put in the App Store and Google Store? So we have to apply for it. Who helps with the process of getting it done?
Yes, after you publish your application and receive the link for the test your application, after you publish that, Apsy will be send your application to Google Play and Apple Store. So Apsy will do that for you.
Absolutely. Okay. Where it is going to be hosted? Because if it's a lot of usage, right? So they're going to get.
Yes, you means hosted. You means we have the backend in the Google Cloud.
Okay.
And also, if you need to have, for example, backend and coding, you need to pay like I'm not sure about the price, but for example, if you want to have all the coding of your app, you need to pay like $2,000 for the coding.
So if you want to download your source code, and this is human grade code, that is an option. So let's say if you develop your app using Apsy DIY, and you decide at the end, you know what, I actually want more customization. We have another product, which is Apsy Assist. And with Apsy Assist, we have a team that can help you. So it's more of a hybrid model using Gen AI combined with our team of experts to help you. Depending on what you are downloading, you could download the source code and you would fully own your app. So we do empower our users. You're not stuck with Apsy. The idea is to enable small business owners to be able to take charge of what they want. And when they're ready to scale and they want to move on, we've had clients that've done that, and we give you the power to do that.
Okay, because the important question is, yes, this is great. What you guys have done is amazing, right? As a starting point, very quickly you can put together, right, the couple of other things which comes in the next generation, right? Which, for example, I know you're integrating with Stripe, right? Does it allow for tokenization? When I say tokenization, somebody's paying $10 and they want to buy multiple products, right? So you have to keep track of the account, and say that, okay, they bought this items. Is one transaction, one price, that's easy, right? But if you want to do tokenization, does it do it? That's okay. If you're not sure about that, that's
So I'm
okay.
actually, our product lead just jumped off the call, but these are questions that you guys are the early adopters. So these are questions that are very valid questions. And I'm actually pinging her on Slack right now.
Yeah.
And we'll definitely get back to you, Arif, with an answer for some of these questions.
Yeah, because there are 5 or 6 questions. It'll help you also. It'll also help us.
Yeah.
Number one is
we're looking for this feedback. So if you could send it over to Parnia for our next generation, we have a dream team that is working on developing, and our iterations, we move very, very quickly. We're an agile team, so we can get some of those requests if you're an early adopter and try out.
Exactly. Be even with the current app you generated, it's very important to understand the page transitions. Right, how the pages are going to transfer from one page to another page. How do you get back? All those things are very important, right? You made a lot of things easy, amazingly easy, right? The page transitions very important, right? And then adding features another important. As I told you, you guys are taking care of Google Store and Apple Store. That's great, right? And hosting is another important thing, because if there's a lot of transactions, the cost should be understood, how much is going to be costing us on the hosting site, right? And then if it's one-time payment, one transaction, that's easy. If it's like a game kind of thing, then you have to think about micropayments. Otherwise, Stripe will eat away your money, because for $1 they take 30 cents. If it's $1 transaction, they take 30 cents, right? So
it's not a one-time purchase. It's depend of, for example, what kind of features do you have in your applications. We have minimum $75. It's kind of subscription. You pay, instead of pay like all the price, you can pay monthly. And this price, it's changed depend on what kind of feature do you have. And then for example, we have an estimate for the price of your application, and when you pay off that, can provide you all the coding and everything that you want.
I don't know. Your price is too low, to be honest with you. Your price is very attractive. I'm not talking about your price. I'm a professor. You guys know. Some of you know. Your Touraj knows me. So the most important thing is the transaction between the small business owners and the people who are buying from them.
I see.
Is it clear? So that the Stripe is very expensive, because if somebody buys a $1 product, Stripe charges 30 cents per transaction plus 3%, right? So that's why I'm asking you, right? So people may be willing to pay $10 and they pay only 10 cents, and 2% is much easier. And then they can you have to think about these things, to make the efficiency. So in that way, you can keep track of it, right? So that they can buy multiple products, so they don't lose money, and you know what I mean?
And the beauty is these business owners are able to focus on their business. And since the cost of using Apsy DIY is so low, they can take those as they can focus on getting more volume of customers and developing their business. So those are definitely things and we'll take this one offline, to give other people an opportunity to ask any questions that they have. But I would actually love to speak with you.
Definitely. I'm more than happy to. I'm more than happy
to get your thoughts on this.
Yeah, I already reached out to Touraj. That's why I came here. Okay. Other people, I'll stop here so others can ask questions. Yeah.
And regarding tokenization, it looks like Massa has an answer. They take care of all the tokens. Feel free to jump in, Massa.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
can
we
talk.
do take care of. Yeah, we do take care of. We take care of all the security aspects, and of course, we replace all the sensitive data with non-sensitive data in storage, and we are also partnered with AWS, and
Mm.
so in terms of security, we're all set. So don't worry about it.
Okay, thank you.
And then Yas had a question. Is it possible for the app to crash or anything bad to happen? If it happens, I'll add to that. What kind of support do we provide our initial users?
Yeah.
I can personally tell you that our product lead is for our beta testers, we're providing way more support than you can imagine. But Parnia, I'll let you take the lead on this.
And also we have a tech support. So if you have any problem with your application, our tech supports will fix that in 24 hours. Yes, Bahar.
Hi, thank you for everything. So I have a question. Is it just app, or can you have app and website and connect them, or yeah?
At this point, we have mobile app, but we have planned to generate a web app and also website in our next phases. Okay.
That's coming soon. So both mobile and web apps supporting businesses and starting those. Charu has a question about the possibility for customers to rate their products. Can they add reviews?
Yeah.
Absolutely. We allow, there's product reviews is
Yeah.
an option on our e-commerce app.
I'm trying to read all your questions in the chat.
I think we covered all the questions. Is there perhaps going to be an .exe version? We're working through that right now. We're actually iterating very quickly as we get more and more users on, getting feedback, pivoting accordingly. We're one of the first AI app builders, started 3.5 years ago. One of the only ones that's able to develop human grade code, because we have this brilliant team over here, and our founder, Turaj, who's a triple PhD, and Arif, you know him well. So they've been able to, crack this problem. So this is kind of a big deal that all of us are here. So I love the questions. I love how engaged all of you Apsians are. And we'd love for you to reach out to us directly. I'm Mariam Garg. I'm the COO. Parnia, Masa, if you guys have any questions for any of us, our email's on the list. Our next demo. Parnia, do you want to share a little bit about the next demo? And then we can
Yusuf, do you have any question? You are mute.
Hi.
Hi.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, hi. I'd like to set up a call with you guys to talk about our unique use case and to develop an app and want to understand. So we are trying to create a SaaS app, software as a service app, and we are thinking of offering to the creators. There are 300 million creators worldwide. So we want to offer it to them, and we want to see whether so there's multiple payment models, certain payment models are banned in certain countries, so we need to support multiple payment models, and then we want to understand, can we have like a CRM that communicates updates to the customers, and then sometimes, like, if we are generating a report or something, there may be some delay, so we want to set the expectation to the client that, okay, you submitted this information, it will be updated in 5 minutes or something, and we say that there is a notification, yes, your report is ready, or something like that. We want to have, I think, you guys, since you guys have built thousands of apps, I think ours may be a cup of coffee for you. I'd like to set a time. I'd like to understand, who should I reach out here in this to set the time.
Actually, you can send email to me, and then I can set up a meeting with our clients lead and our CEO.
Okay.
To talk more about
Okay, Masha at apsy.io. Okay, I'll do that.
Okay, perfect. And also, Archana asked about what's the difference between Apsy and Shopify and Wix. We are the only platform that built application, iOS and Android, but all of the rest of the tools create a website. Most of the time, they create website, not application. And we do everything based off conversation, no coding, and it's very easily. And yeah, even you can use the API in Shopify in your e-commerce application that you create with Apsy. So we are connected to Shopify.
And I'll chime in here as a former business owner who used Shopify as a platform to develop my website. I tried out their application. It's actually the Shop app. It's nothing like this. This is your native app, your native brand. It's for if you already have a set of customers and you know that you're engaging with them, it's your direct way of connecting and communicating with your customers, and more people are on mobile. So it's a very, very unique experience.
And about the gateway for the payment, at this point, we work with the Stripe, but if you want to customize and work with the other, we need to talk with our tech support and see if we can use the other gateway, but now we just use the Stripe account. And I think I answered all your questions. Yes, Yusuf.
Hi. Do you have a place where you can tell us, like, hey, these are the APIs we have already integrated or something? So
Yes.
do you have a list or platforms
Yes.
you support? And
Yeah,
so the thing that,
yeah, go ahead.
no, that will be easy for us because I don't want to get the data from Facebook and give it to you. If I can, if you can already get the data, so certain things that can, we just want to avoid the latency in response.
We can talk about the details of the tech with our client lead and tech lead. But yes, we can use, if you have already API, yeah, we can use some of your data. And but I think the price will be gonna change, but I'm not sure about the details.
Okay. So you do have a document that lists all of them. Like these APIs we have already integrated. Like as you say, like I'm integrated with Stripe. Like what are there are so many tools, right? Like MailChimp and so many things. If you say like we have already integrated with this, so it makes our development cycle a lot more easier.
Yes, correct. During last 3 years, we generate and do all the API and coding that we need for all this kind, for example, e-commerce, social, online education apps. So everything is ready now. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Any more questions? Okay, thank you again for attending to show our appreciate and respect for your time and interest in Apsy. We are sending you a $25 Amazon gift card along with the promotion code for 1 month free to build your application with Apsy.
Okay. One last question before you leave. One last question.
Yes.
So, what is the next one? You said there's something you're going to showcase next one, right? Outline. So if you guys are interested, if you guys are interested,
stay tuned. So the Parnia is going to be conducting another demo for our social platform, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I was looking at. You know what I mean? If you're thinking about social and content creation, we will be more than happy, to work with you to give our insights, because we built a monster on the platform side, which is hosted in Amazon, but we want to take it and put it as a small apps.
Perfect. Sounds good. Okay.
particularly for content creation and how to viralize content.
I keep in touch with you, and
Yeah.
I will connect you with our CEO as well.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, guys.
So nice to meet everyone. Thank you for joining.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Have a
Have a
wonderful
good
day.
one.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.